Hi, everybody. Jennifer Hume here from The Profitable Agent. Unfortunately, our first Facebook Live didn't work, so I'm going to redo it for everybody here today. Maybe I'll do an even better job of delivering this. Who knows? So we're going to go ahead and just chat about who we are and what we really do. Okay, so as I said, my name is Jennifer and I am from The Profitable Agent. Our whole goal in working with every client that we have is to help them hustle less, keep more of their hard-earned money, and truly enjoy the life that they want to live. Sorry. Okay, so I am a certified Profit First professional. For those of you that know Profit First, it's all about getting intentional with your money. I am a certified trainer for the 100 Days to Peak Performance program. This is what we're going to talk to you about today. It's all about climbing your mountain. We all know what to do, but it's really making sure we take action on those steps and help us get out of our own way. I am the president of the Profitable Agent, and I am a real estate investor here in Ontario, Canada. This is me before the 100 days to peak performance. At my largest, I was almost 400 pounds. I definitely have spent the better part of a decade fighting my weight, but I'm happy to say I'm down 153 pounds today. And obviously, my weight loss journey continues as I continue to lose more weight. But my goal when I started losing weight was truly just to be able to live a healthier life, really give my young son, I guess, a positive role model. I definitely didn't want him thinking it was okay to be as big as I was because I couldn't move very much and so on. And my goal was really to make sure that um, I could actually go on a ride with him. That was my goal when I started losing weight all those years ago. And keep in mind, like I said, it's been the better part of a decade. Uh, so, um, yeah. Oh, also, one thing I would like to share with you guys too is that my finances, like my health, was definitely a dumpster fire before I started the 100 Days to Peak Performance and Profit First. I was always behind on my taxes. I would make sure to pay my staff, but I never really made sure to prioritize paying myself. I would kind of transfer money from my business account to my personal account every once in a while when I felt it was when I needed it, I guess. But I never treat myself like the hardest working employee in my business, which all of us business owners are the hardest working employee in our business. And so we need to really change that mindset and get out of that dumpster fire for sure. Um, does this sound familiar? Does this sound like something you're kind of going through now? If you're a realtor who's working hard, closing deals, but still stressing about money, this training is definitely for you today. I want to ask you this. Have you ever had a month where you made great commission, felt like you were on top of the world, and then 2 months later, you're worried about paying bills and covering taxes, and you forgot that you had to even pay HST, let alone corporate or personal tax? The dumpster fire, this is the dumpster fire that most agents live with on a day to day. And today, I'm going to show you a different way. This is called the 100 Days to Peak Performance, as I've already said. And by the end of the session, you'll know exactly what steps to take so that you can start building clarity, confidence, and consistent profit in your business. Here's the truth. Most realtors don't have an income problem. You're out there selling homes, you're earning big commissions, but the problem is that you're out earning your bank balance. You're not setting any money aside for taxes. Again, I've seen this with so many of my clients. It's not even funny. But I want to share this because I want you guys to all know you are not alone. That's for sure. A lot of realtors live in this feast and famine cycle, or what we call the roller coaster of real estate, which means that you're flush with cash one month, you've got lots of money in the bank, and then the next month you're basically living on ramen noodles or Kraft dinner because you've literally spent it all. If this sounds familiar, definitely drop a check in the comments. I would love to know how many of you really resonate with this feast and famine cycle. And don't worry, again, like I said, you're not alone. I've seen this again and again and again. I've helped hundreds of entrepreneurs and agents untangle the chaos and finally feel in control. So, what if you could actually pay yourself first every month, never stress about your taxes, and actually build reserves and have consistency in your business in the next 100 days? Sounds pretty good, right? Again, this is just the start of the mountain method and what is possible. We can repeat this as many times as we want to reach every single peak we need. So this talks, sorry, um, I'm going too fast. Sorry, guys. ADHD brain, so I tend to go blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so in the 100 Days to Peak Performance, we go over how to climb your mountain. And it honestly happens in stages, just like anything in life. Look, we've got our first person here. I'm going to stop sharing for 1 sec. All right. Okay. So we're explaining the 100 Days to Peak Performance. And oh, sorry, guys. I think I went a little too far back. All right. So in the 100 Days to Peak Performance, we have our foundations, which is our base camp. Then we have the ascent, which helps with habits and stability. And finally, the peak, which is your confidence and your profit. And we're going to go a little bit more into detail with each one of these. So, step one is base camp. This is where you get clarity on your money in and your money out. We set up the profit first bank account. So, no more are you going to have one checking account or one savings account. We ask you to have multiple accounts, kind of like Granny's old envelope system. If you remember, maybe your grandmother, great grandmother would always have a couple different envelopes, up on the counter, maybe in the kitchen somewhere. And they wouldn't keep all their money in one envelope for rent or for the mortgage, for their food and their insurance. They would split that up and make sure that they had money for everything, even travel and clothes. And so it's all about getting intentional with profit first accounts. Keep in mind that even putting aside 1% of your commission into a profit account will help you change how you feel about money. Step two is the ascent. This is where your momentum builds. You start paying yourself consistently, not just when big deals close. You plug your money leaks. And I love this quick win tip actually is transferring 1% into a tax account with every deposit. Imagine never stressing about CRA again. Typically, 1% is not going to be enough to help cover your tax bill. However, it helps you build that money habit one small step at a time. And just like everything in life, the more habits that you can implement really, really help you in the long run. And finally, we get to the peak. This is where you have built your habits that stick, you're paying yourself first, you have reserves in the bank. Imagine covering all of your expenses, taxes, and having money left over for growth consistently. So whether you're, an agent that's ready to hire, but going, oh my gosh, I don't know where I'm going to pull this money from to hire someone, that's where you come into the 100 Days to Peak Performance and really allow us to guide you through that process. The climb doesn't take forever. In 100 days, you'll already feel the shift. That's for sure. So imagine yourself 100 days from now. You're paying yourself first. You have money set aside for taxes. You've built reserves. And best of all, you're no longer chasing closings just to survive. Instead, you're confident, clear, and in control. That's the life you deserve as a business owner. This is me. It took a long time. So if you guys remember at the beginning of the presentation, I shared with you my journey. So I used to be 400 pounds. I've lost 153 pounds so far. I'm very thankful to say that 2 years ago, this is me with my son. It was the first time I had, since being a teenager, actually had gotten to ride, on a Ferris wheel and on a roller coaster. And this is us, obviously, on a go-kart track in Florida. And it was such a wonderful experience being able to have that day with my son and just really prove to myself that making small changes can make a big, big difference over time. So, if you're ready to take your financial power to the next level and you're interested in climbing your mountain, I would love to share with you guys really what is involved in the program in the 100 Days to Peak Performance. So, if you join the 100 Days to Peak Performance, you actually get weekly coaching. This helps reinforce action and accountability led by myself. We offer you simple tools to build better financial habits. No spreadsheets. I promise you, no spreadsheets. Okay. Although some people do love spreadsheets like me, and I love you guys for that, but I know some people look at spreadsheets and their eyes glaze over. So all the tools that we have are actionable items that you can use. So we also have systems that work with real estate income, not against it. Again, we talked about that feast or famine cycle. We're going to show you how to get off that roller coaster and consistently pay yourself. We're also going to offer you a clear a clear path to consistent profit, even with inconsistent commissions. So even though you may not get a commission check for a couple months at a time, you still will have consistent income to pay yourself, as well as pay your taxes and your CRA obligations and any bills that need paying. So let's cut the crap and not the fun. More money, more clarity, more freedom. Let's help you get into the best financial shape of your life in just 100 days. Scan the QR code there, and that will take you to the registration page. Again, if you are interested in working with us, we also are offering, as a bonus for anyone that signs up in the next 24 hours to the 100 Days to Peak Performance. Again, at the QR code on the right side of the screen here, we are offering a free one-to-one kickoff call. So we will actually help you map out your goal for the 14 weeks and really help set you up for the best success you can over the 14 weeks. All right, that brings us to the end of that. I want to thank you guys so much for listening to me, dealing with all of my technical difficulties here, and would love to hear if there's anyone in the room that has any questions. Please feel free to put them in the chat, and we'd be happy to answer them now. I would love to share with you guys, maybe for a minute here, some common things that I see with realtors. I see realtors often subscribe to multiple softwares. Sorry. So what that means is, maybe you have Square and Dropbox and OneDrive. You can definitely drop some of these services. I actually was on a phone call the other day with a client and helped her save 300 bucks a month just by going through her credit cards and her bank cards. So if you're interested in something like that and getting the guidance that goes along with it, please feel free to reach out to us. You can also email us at info@theprofitableagent.ca. Again, or you can scan that QR code that was available a few minutes ago. We will also be posting a live replay of the recording as well. And so please feel free to let us know if you have any questions, or again, just looking for any specific insight in your entrepreneurial journey. I just want to thank everybody so much today for being here. Every Wednesday, we're going to keep going live. We want to really just reinforce giving back to the real estate community. I think as realtors, from working with realtors, honestly, over the last decade, I see how much money you guys put out for education and training, and brokerage dues and everything. And this is even before you guys get your license. And so I would love to give more back to the real estate community. If you didn't know, we have tons and tons of free resources on our website, which is theprofitableagent.ca. You go to resources, it will open up a new window for you. All you have to do is put your first name, last name, and email in to register, and you get access to tons of YouTube trainings, other videos that we have done. Oh gosh, what else? Oh, tons of worksheets, lots and lots of downloads that you can use to help take action in your real estate business. And so this is just something more that we want to do for the real estate community, which is just really, give back to our awesome real estate agents. Because again, you guys work way too hard to have as little money in your bank account as you do. And so if you are interested in learning more about the Peak Performance Program, or just in what coaching with us here at the Profitable Agent looks like, don't hesitate to reach out. I want to thank everybody for their time today. We will see you all again very soon. Bye.